So 7 marathons in 7 days on all 7 continents. I knew it was going to require a lot of training, a lot of mental resilience, and a big reason to get me across every single one of those finish lines. And we prepared for it. And a lot of things came up that were unexpected, a lot of logistical things that we didn't know. I'll give you one example. The race was supposed to start. Still there? Still there? Yeah. The race was supposed to start in Antarctica, right? You always want to do the hardest thing first. When you're setting yourself up for 7 days of brutality with very little rest and recovery, let's do the hard one. Let's get that one out of the way. Unfortunately, it happened to be a very nice day in Antarctica. And they were worried that the ice runway that you guys all saw was going to soften. And that would mean they couldn't safely land the plane and take back off again 7 hours later. And so the race director emailed all of us the night before and said, change of plans. We are now going to run Cape Town at 7 a.m. and then directly fly to Antarctica to run at midnight. Okay, let's go. We planned for it, we prepared for it, and basically we had no choice. However, that put us starting behind, right? 2 marathons in the same day, running at midnight, more treacherous conditions. So that was just one of the pieces of this race where you have to start with a strong foundation. In addition to that, 183.4 miles on foot. That's 7 marathons in a row. 26.2 miles every single day. 2 in the first day. 30,000 miles in the air. So the race started in Cape Town. We went south to Antarctica, over to Perth, Australia, Abu Dhabi, Asia. Portugal was Europe. Cartagena was number 6 in Colombia, and then the final finish in Miami. And each day, you're getting less and less sleep, you're behind on your nutrition. Anyone know what happens when you get in a plane? We swell, right? So you're trying to recover, but you're way up in the air, and you're not getting a lot of sleep, and so you can see and feel the deterioration day after day. What was so incredible about this group is just the spirit and attitude of the 54 racers that were alongside us. It lifted everybody up. And people always ask, how many finished the race? Well, 54 started and 39 finished. And I'm proud to be one of the 14 females that crossed all 7 finish lines. So less than 3 hours of sleep per night on a plane. It wasn't that bad. It was fine. Well, it was okay. But it felt kind of like summer camp because, you're sleeping 6 inches away from the person next to you, and everybody's sharing a bathroom to go brush their teeth in the morning, and we're all flagging each other down trying to get coffee from the waitress because we're, ready to do the next race, and we're changing and we're sharing, sunscreen and all the things. It was the quickest way you could ever bond with 54 people, because if we weren't running alongside each other, we were sleeping and eating and doing everything together for 7 days. So we are bonded for life now. And the extremes, I touched on it already, -20 in Antarctica. So when we landed in Antarctica at midnight, ready to run, I'm a California girl. I do not know what -20 feels like. And I will never forget the feeling of shock when the plane door opened and they show videos where you're about to jump off the plane and the people are holding onto the plane, I don't want to go. I don't want to go out there. It was so cold. My body couldn't even register how cold it was. It was just almost this point of panic or shock, if you were to jump in a freezing lake. It's you kind of can't catch your breath. And that's how it started. Here you go, off we go. No water on the course. Again, treacherous conditions, no food. And then after finishing Antarctica, we boarded the plane and went straight to Australia where it was over 100 degrees. And then, the race crews have a different set of worries, making sure that no one is having symptoms of heat stroke or, it was just a big change in a very short amount. So a lot of different things going on here. Big challenge, but I asked for it. I asked to be there and I was grateful for all of it. A lot of lessons learned, and I was able to redefine edges in myself that I did not even know existed. And that's a gift.